We're splitting finances 50-50 starting today, my husband declared after getting a small promotion, not wanting me to leech off him. I agreed instantly. On Friday, I canceled the auto pay for his luxury car, his mom's nursing home, and his premium health insurance, all of which my modest family trust had been secretly funding for 6 years. He found out when the nursing home called him to come pick his mom up. Mark came home on a Tuesday with a bottle of champagne and a personality transplant. He'd been promoted to regional sales director, a $10,000 annual raise. Not life-changing money, but the way he walked through the door, you'd think he'd been named CEO. He loosened his tie like a man in a movie, popped the cork, and poured himself a glass without offering me one. By Thursday, he'd reorganized his closet by brand. By Saturday, he was telling his friends on speakerphone that he was finally carrying the household. By the following Wednesday, he called a meeting, a financial meeting, at our kitchen table. He sat across from me with a legal pad and a calculator and said, "I think it's time we split everything 50-50. I've been doing the math, and honestly, I'm tired of subsidizing this household while you coast on your little salary." Then he said the word. "I'm not going to keep funding a leech." I looked at him for a long moment. He mistook my silence for shame. It wasn't. It was the sound of a woman making a decision. I smiled and said, "You're absolutely right, 50-50, starting now." He leaned back, satisfied, like he'd just won a negotiation. He had no idea what he just triggered. My family's money is old and quiet. My grandfather built a manufacturing empire that was sold before I was born. The proceeds sit in a trust that generates more annually than Mark will earn in a decade. I never told him the full number. I never flaunted it. I drove a modest car, dressed simply, and let Mark believe his salary was the engine of our life. But for 6 years, my trust had been silently covering the things Mark assumed were handled by magic. His $1,400 a month luxury car payment mine, his premium health insurance plan mine, and the big one, the $6,000 a month private nursing home where his mother lived with round-the-clock care, a garden view, and a private room. Every single payment came from my trust account. I never told him because I loved him. I wanted him to feel capable. I protected his pride at my own expense, and he repaid me by calling me a leech. That evening, after Mark fell asleep, I opened my laptop and logged into the trust's financial portal. The interface was clean, organized every auto pay listed with dates and amounts. I clicked on the car payment, cancel. I clicked on the insurance premium, cancel. Then I hovered over the nursing home payment, $6,000 per month, scheduled for Friday, cancel. 3 clicks, maybe 45 seconds total. I closed the laptop, made myself tea, and went to bed. I slept beautifully. Wednesday passed, Thursday passed, I went to work, came home, cooked dinner, smiled at Mark. He was still riding the high of his promotion, still strutting around the house. He had no idea that every financial pillar holding up his life had quietly been removed. Friday morning started normally. By noon, Mark's phone buzzed. A text from his car financing company, payment overdue. Immediate action required. He frowned but said nothing. At 1 p.m., an email from the insurance provider coverage lapsed due to non-payment. He started making calls. At 3 p.m., his phone rang. I watched his face as he answered. It was the nursing home director. His mother's account was delinquent. If payment wasn't received by end of business, they would begin discharge procedures. He needed to